Welcome to BNH.READOUT.
Where the out stands for our unique thoughts.
I'm B.
And I'm Harmony.
And let's get into it. Just kidding. We're going to keep doing Hazel's finger guns. Okay, so we're going to start with, we rescued some books from the thrift store. I'm so excited. Harmony helped me find them. So this is I don't know what the name of the series is, though. I probably should look that up. We should just show. We can just show the books. There's this one. Woo. Thanks, Harmony. You can be my book holder. We have this one. This is a set. This is a series. So there's 3 books in this series. Yeah. And she found 2 with the hard copy.
2 of them.
Yeah, and the other ones did not have. We gotta love our glare of our little ring light because we learn these things. And then I got so I love Stardust. Stardust is one of my favorite movies, and I got the book, Neil Gaiman's Stardust. I love it so much. If you haven't read it, it's really good, and it's short. It's like little.
Yeah, it is.
It's not even a crazy big amount to read. And then I was going to stick with Neil Gaiman, and we got his Smoke and Mirrors, which came with a bookmark. Did you see what it is? It's actually quite funny because it says Mad Hatter, which is funny because that first book that we just went on is like kind of like a retelling of Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's funny.
So kind of full circle.
Oh, it's magnetic too. That's neat.
And it has
cute.
And it has the
little treasure.
So cute.
Treasure in the book that you got.
Yeah. It came with the book.
Yeah.
And then we rescued
Verity. Okay. You have to read this one. I read this one, and it's going to be a movie soon. They just finished filming and everything. So that'll be exciting to see that one.
All right, we got to guess this ends with us.
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie?
Yes, I did. I read the book and I watched it, and I like the book better than the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all that icky stuff around
it. And then all the icky stuff around,
So I'm sure that just brought it down even more.
Yeah.
Okay. And then my last one, I was a little sad because I wanted the whole series, but they only had book 2. So that's okay, though. This is our book number 2.
Book 2.
But I'll probably end up buying the other ones.
And then on the back, it shows the other 3.
So those are the books that we saved from the Goodwill today. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Look at all the beautiful books. So now we're going to get into our podcast today.
Yeah.
And I realize all my notes are on my phone.
Oh, hello, phone.
I don't think you guys know what topic we're talking about today. Like, it's not obvious at all, like, what we're talking about, right? It's not, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can you tell what we're talking about today?
Like, I mean, I don't know what those things are back there. maybe books.
Today we're talking about Fourth Wing.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Fourth Wing in Xaden.
Yeah.
And
I finally,
Violet.
Yeah, and I finally got.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this thing. Can you see that? What she did? She utilized her little book tabbies.
Only through half of the book because I didn't get them until halfway through.
That's actually quite funny. Half the dragons. The dragon's half of a dragon. She got the dragon in that.
Yeah, and I labeled them for all the different characters.
Yeah. She's organized and efficient.
I am. Trying to be.
I did not do that because I don't have the tangible book. I listened to the audio. I listened to the graphic audio, which is amazing because it's inside your mind. That's what it says.
Yeah.
A movie inside your mind. So, what
was your take from that?
From the movies inside my mind?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a legit movie inside my mind. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you listened to any audiobook
no,
like any graphic audio ever?
Never.
It legit is like a movie inside your mind. Like it has all like different different people for each character. So it's like it's not just one or two. It gives character to all. And then it's just, again, I love it listening to audiobooks sometimes because like I get the dialogue from the author's point of view, perspectively, especially from actors who actually know how to voice things. Because me, I'm like, monotoned reading where it's like, and the boy went to the store. We talked about this before, but like essentially that's what it is. Or I like the audios because it helps me understand it and kind of process a little bit better. I absolutely love the graphic audio. So if you get the chance to, if you've already read it and you want to listen to it, like I would advise listening to it because it's really good. So I give that 5 stars. And what about you?
I have to do that.
Oh yes. I mean, you still have to do that for some other ones too.
Yeah.
Like Lights Out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So anyways. All right. So we're going to go back to Harmony on this one right now. So her book thing. Okay. So you read it, Tangible Book.
Yes.
What was your rating on this?
This was 5 stars. I really enjoyed the book, and it's got dragons, and I love dragons.
Easily.
So it's got dragons. Yeah, I'll probably read it. But I really enjoyed this book, and it literally throws you right into chaos. Like right off the bat. Like chapter 1, you're just thrown into chaos and danger, and it's good.
Okay. So I told her earlier, I said, this is kind of like Divergent, Hunger Games, and Harry Potter had a baby.
Yes.
Okay. Prove me wrong. I don't know. And the reason why I say 3 books is because it gives a little element of all 3 and not just like more stronger than others. It's like, dragons make me think a little bit more of the Harry Potter and like even like their signets and stuff like that. That kind of puts more in that realm of magic and everything like that. And then we have our Hunger Games because like she's still having to fight for her life among all these things. Yep. And then it's kind of similar to Divergent though too, because that's kind of where she also had to kind of, I don't know, fight off people trying to kill her in the chasm. Chasm? Yeah. I think it's the chasm, right? In the chasm. Like, so she still had to do the same thing. So in its own right and its own thing, this book is amazing. So it's not like, I'm not saying that it is these books, but it's like it had a baby and it became better. Yeah. Especially because that's what I'm saying to Xaden. Like, oh God.
Yeah.
That man. That man can ride those dragons.
Yeah. It's dragon. But yeah, I enjoyed this book and I am excited to finish the other books. I'm currently reading Iron Flame. So I picked this one up and I went right to the next one the next day. So I've already finished this one and went right to the next one the next day. And I made little points here. They're all color coordinated to characters of like things that they said or funny moments or sad moments or all kinds of things. And I only did it for about half the book because I didn't have these little tabs most of the time that I was reading it. So.
But do you remember some things at the beginning that you may have wanted to touch on?
Maybe. I think I might have taken some like screenshots, but otherwise nothing that I was like, oh, I gotta beep,
Yeah, I agree with you when they jump right into the story because it's like she's already being pushed into having to go be a writer. Like, it wasn't a choice. It was just like something she had to do. She had to go. We already got into that. Like the first couple chapters was like her already being prepared. She was already having to go. Her sister's trying to fight for her, like all this stuff. And so now we're kind of getting a picture of who she is. Now it's crazy because like when I first started reading part or like listening to part of it, I didn't realize that she was petite and small until they like really emphasized it, like towards like maybe, more chapters in. Cause I was like, the beginning, I'm picturing more of a sturdier, the heroine type of character because they're usually about all the same.
Yeah.
Same, height, build type of thing. There are some character flaws I find with characters sometimes like this though, is because like they paint them as like fragile and not being able to do like understand and know these things. But then like she'll say something like, oh, I've been doing this for years. And you're just like, wait, okay, but you just like 2 seconds ago said that you didn't know how to do that. Yeah. But you've been climbing trees forever. Like
since you were a toddler.
So like there's some discrepancy in that where I'm just like, can we stick with our characters being strong and like whatever? But other than that, like, I mean, I liked her character development, Violet. And I just loved Xaden's nickname for her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, like violence. I mean, like, it sounds cheesy because it's not like baby or, all those other things, but it's like unique, but it still kind of goes with violet and it just kind of flows that violence. When he says it, it really is chef's kiss. I'm like,
it's good.
I'm like, okay.
It's good.
Okay.
But going back to like what you said though about her being like smaller, she is smaller, and she does. It states that she has like a. I don't want to. I guess you could say it's like a chronic illness or.
Yeah, so she has. I think she has Ehlers. She actually has what my family has.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's EDS is what it is, but I always butcher the name of it. What it technically is it's your hypermobility and tend to have a lot of stomach issues.
Yeah, it says like it talks about her being like brittle, like she feels.
Yeah, so essentially it brings on POTS.
Yeah, and she's still like kicks ass.
Yeah,
she's still pretty freaking awesome and doesn't let it like stop her from.
Pretty sure that's what it is. Can you Google it? What it said? Because I'm pretty sure the last time I read something about it, it was EDS. But I want to give the right information and not be like, "Oh, you're done." Yep. EDS. Yeah. So Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Thank you. Because for some reason, every time I try to say Danlos, I for some reason can't say Danlos. I don't know why. Every time so my sister actually has the vascular version of that, which is super, super rare. So it's VEDS. And so it's a genetic disorder and it runs in families. So a lot of times that coincides with POTS. So a lot of times people have like bowel issues, and not that you all need to know this, but this is history for you guys. Like, I mean, so a lot of times when people suffer or when a lot of people are hypermobility, they don't realize they actually have EDS.
Okay.
So a lot of times I tell people, I'm like, if you are hypermobile and you can like almost like bend your arm the other way, like I would go and get some blood work done and get some testing done because you more than likely have EDS. And a lot of times it's not like the VDS my sister has, it has more of a life expectancy. So unfortunately, but things with EDS, you just want to kind of know so that you can have a happier, healthier life. So you don't icky. That's why she goes to her healers, and she had what's the healer that always gets to her? Nolan. Yeah, the one that always heals her, and his wife, which makes me kind of think of Princess Bride, where they go to where he gets healed. Oh gosh, yes, I swear that would be like they would be perfect for.
That's so funny.
That I don't know. In my mind, that'd be hilarious.
I don't think they look like that though. That's not who I pictured.
I mean, you never know. Although he always wears his flight leathers, so I guess, or his riders. So I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think most of them are. I think I think they still are to some extent. Mm. I think so. I think that's what they said. Some of them are because they have to go into with that with whatever. Okay, so let me think. Sorry, I'm trying to think of my notes. They're on the like I said, they're on the freaking phone, but that's fine. One of my favorite scenes, like towards like it's not super beginning, but like going in more towards in the book is when she's trying to now fight for herself on the mats, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so she like came up with a plan once she got her brother's book. She came up with a plan to like essentially drug everybody. Yeah. Well, I mean, bring down her opponents so she has a fighting chance, right? So I love it when she's in the tree and she's kind of listening in on the little club, the little meeting. And afterwards, she thinks she's in the clear, but she's not.
Wrong.
She's not. And Xaden's there. And then they have like their little, talk. little quarrel back and forth. And my favorite part of that though is like, he's like, okay, we'll get back to the rooms before your flight leader finds out you're past curfew. Yeah, your wing leader finds out that you're past curfew. And she's like, you're my wing leader. And I'm like, that's just so funny. He's out there too.
Yep.
I don't know. I just thought it was like really cute in that little banter. It was like really fun.
Playful little banter.
Well, and it kind of also shows the character development of Xaden too, softening up a little bit more to Violet.
Yeah, because in the beginning
because both of them have that. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Absolutely despise you.
Yeah.
Like, hate in their eyes.
Right. Well, I kind of wonder if he actually kind of liked her at the beginning. Because he didn't want to outright kill her.
No.
So, oh, I knew it. It's the beginning of the second book, isn't it?
You'd have to. Actually, I don't know. It might be here.
I can't remember.
Because this one has bonus. So it's either here or it's in there.
Yeah, read it. Well, I figured it would have a version of it. So, yes, he did.
I'm not telling you.
Well, I'm not going to have it, so you better tell me.
Well, then... Oh.
I'm not going to put it in there.
Okay, he talks.
See? There we go.
He talks about that moment at the parapet, or however you call it.
Yeah, at the beginning. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
He talks
about it. I figured as much.
Yeah.
Because he didn't outright want to kill her.
Mm.
He was like, I'll let the parapet do it for you.
Yeah.
So I feel like if there was really like a lot of animosity and true hate, he would have been like, slice and dice, you out, bitch.
Goodbye.
But he didn't.
He done.
And then I'm going to think of my other topics that I had in here. When she got her dragons, Indarna makes me think of the it's called Light Fury, is toothless like mate person, and that's who I think is Indarna, is the little toothless looking white dragon.
Toothless girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Well, because like when I first read it, I was like, she's like a little playful, like she's a toddler, she's so little, like it's not. And then the only problem is she has like paws. So I'm like, I don't know in my head how the paws work, but in my head, she really looks like that little dragon. So I'm like, she's like the little Light Fury. She's just a baby. It's okay. We like babies. And so I picture that like a big giant dragon and this little tiny playful thing.
Running around.
Just running around through his legs and everything like that. But, and then I think, what else? Like, do you have like a favorite? I mean, look at your book.
Yeah. I have.
We can also talk about, there's another one. So when Xaden assigns Liam to bodyguard. No, that's not one I wanted first. Hold on, I'm trying to read my notes in my head.
Collection.
No, when she gets attacked, that's it. The very first time she gets attacked, that's where I wanted to go with this.
Oh, by
no, that's not the one I was talking about. So I guess never mind. That is true too. That was when the dragon part. I probably should have talked about that too. Okay, we could talk about that part actually. That's going back to when before she has her dragons. Because she knew something was up because they're talking about wanting to go kill the little tiny dragon.
Yes.
In Indarna. So you're just like, what? But for one, I don't know how she fell down the hill. Like, are you not watching where she fell?
I think it was just too brushy.
Yeah, probably. So all of a sudden, though, so she's like injured now because she fell. She's trying to go save this little dragon. She fell, got injured. But like, how badass can you be?
Right.
With your freaking daggers, and you have an injured ankle, but you are, breathing through it, telling it, putting that pain down because you want to save this dragon, and you freaking kick 3 grown ass man's asses. Booties. Bootylicious.
No, well, okay.
Not bootylicious.
3, but one.
He took off after she injured him. So, which granted, I mean, that just shows his character, like putting out someone else's, here, you go do my business for me.
It sounds like Draco Malfoy. He gave me the vibes of Draco Malfoy. Like, he's all talk, but when it comes down to it, he's like, gonna bolt.
Run away! You should totally
he's gonna real bolt.
That'd be hilarious.
That's what he reminded me of. Like, when I pictured him and like when I'm reading of him, it's Draco.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. That's funny. But that's what I'm telling you, right? There you go, right back again. Right? That is true. That is true. I can see that. And yeah.
Draco Malfoy. Jack Barlow.
Jack Barlow.
Right? That's how you say it.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
It's Barlow.
Yeah, it's Barlow. Which, I mean, half the time I want to punch him in the face anyways. And, okay, so after, I'll get to this other part because this other one's like, I was thinking about Dane. I was like, I want to punch that kid in the face too. Okay. So, but, so just to have her like, stand there and like just throw those daggers and get them like where they need to.
And the way she talks about it too, like the way that she describes how she does it, it's just like a quick flick of the wrist.
Yeah, she's like, I already know what I'm doing. And it like,
why can't I do like that?
Right. And all of a sudden though, it hits its mark where it needs to go. And then, I mean, Xaden also pointed out a while ago, or not a while, I mean, it's a little bit afterwards, but he talks about how she doesn't even go for a kill. Like she won't. Yeah. She's just trying to hurt them so that they're not going to hurt her. Yeah. I mean, even at the end of that little fight section, she chose to save or to spare someone's life, which ultimately turned around to bite her in the ass. Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes it's difficult because sometimes you want to spare people, but also at the same time, it's like, how can you if you know they're just going to repeat the same stuff? That's why we have boundaries and we have to cut people out of our lives, y'all. Okay? Just so you know. But then that kind of leads into that attack that I was referring to because she left that person alive. Mm-hmm. Later on, he comes to be able to attack her because of somebody doing something, helping them get into her room, which, mind you, they're supposed to be safe when they're sleeping. That's like the one place that you're not supposed to be able to get into. Yeah, the codex says no attacking when sleeping. Which, I mean, stupid. Best time to kill people.
Well, that's exactly why they don't do it.
Yeah. So, but with that part though, I forgot my mind
about her, like leaving people instead of.
I put it in my notes about it being something that I liked, but I can't remember why. I liked it because I liked that part though, because when she was able to essentially kind of save herself a little bit, I like how Xaden took care of her after. Mm-hmm. But then like they still had like, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you too. Like, I hate you. But like, I'm showing you my compassion. And then it's crazy that because they're mated, dragons are mated, that they can, that they can hear each other's dragons. I'm like, what?
No, they can't hear each other's dragons. So, they can. Yeah,
she just can't, he can't hear Andarna. Is the only one that he can't hear.
Yeah. But she can.
But they can communicate because they're mated. And it's only because they're mated. So because they're mated, they can hear all that stuff.
Yeah.
Those damn mated dragons. Yep. Which brings me to Dane. I'm sorry. I really do. Because when push comes to shove, after what happened, she just went through a traumatic experience and like freaking has like, bruise marks on her neck just to indicate and to show that she just went through a traumatic like attack. And they're supposed to be best friends. And he just denies the involvement of this one girl because she's not a rule breaker. Oogie. That's not true.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, but to like not even give the benefit of a doubt of.
Yeah, he doesn't trust his longtime friend. They were kids, but believes this other person because he's like by the book, that she's by the book. and believes her on that he doesn't sway his beliefs until it's
brought to light.
That, what happened.
But it's great. So I don't like that. I hate him. Like I want to punch him in the face for that. However, I do like that she put that in there because it does show that how much trust Xaden has in believing in Violet and knowing that she's telling the truth and
when
when
she told him it was, got it, like no questions asked.
Yeah, he believed her right out the gate. It wasn't like, oh, she's going to lie to me about this. It wasn't, there was no, like, you got to stop this. Like, don't do this anymore. No, it's like, no, I'm going to help you punish this person because this is not okay. Like, this is not, and it potentially could have happened again because there was still more unbonded
riders.
Yeah. So there were still unbonded riders. And so it was like, yeah, this has to be taken care of. But then it's so sad because she realized her action affected the dragon. And so she's like, but then I liked how her dragon, what's his name?
I pronounce his name as Taran.
It's Taran in the audio. So I don't know.
I looked it up on how to properly say their names, and I was pretty close. I thought it was Taran. And then, but when I looked up like how to pronounce their name, it was like Taran, something like that. So I'm like, that's pretty cool.
I'm like, he's a big dragon. I mean, we could do this whole entire full name, but I'm not gonna butcher that. Okay, guys. Yeah. But I like what he kind of said because it was like, he talked about how he let one person go away and it, came to her eventually. But then like, he also said like, sometimes there has to be like that, I don't know word for word. I'm just gonna say like, but sometimes there has to be that balance where it's like, you have this person has to go through their consequences of their actions because otherwise we're going to have that disruption that's going to potentially hurt you or, something go wrong. Even though we're compassionate people, we can't spare everybody. Okay. So, in Fourth Wing, what was one of your favorite or most memorable moments that you like really enjoyed?
There was a moment with Violet and Darna, where Violet is waiting on news of a specific person, and she's really anxious and worked up. And when she finally gets this news of this person, the first thing she does is she goes to her dragon, and Darna, and that bond between the two of between her and her dragons is just so unique and so different from all the other dragons and their bonded riders, that like she runs to her dragon for comfort, to just break down completely over this relief of news, that she can go to her dragon for comfort and support. And she's there, like willing, just come here. Yeah. She's not a big dragon, but she's a little baby, but still that she goes there and gets comfort from her. And I think that's a really unique relationship with the two of them.
You know what I like about what you just said was because majority of the time people will probably be like, oh, this scene between Xaden and this scene, and Violet. And granted, yes, those scenes are top notch and amazing. And I love them. But I love that she chose a scene where it shows the emotional support that these dragons provide for their riders.
And the uniqueness of their bonds together, between Violet and her two dragons, is different from like everybody else.
Well, especially since Darna is not supposed to actually choose.
Exactly.
She's still a baby.
She's considered a baby and she's too young. They typically don't when they're young, obviously for reasons.
Yeah.
So,
and I love that she could still have that emotional maturity, especially because I guess they did say that dragons mature differently.
Yeah, very.
But
different.
I love that because I want a dragon. I want an emotional support dragon, please. Can I have 2?
It totally made
I'll
me
take 2 of
cry
those.
and teary-eyed, and I'm like, oh gosh, I want a dragon.
Yeah. I bet you were crying right here in this corner.
I was.
Right here.
Right here. Right here is my reading corner.
Right in her reading corner. Well, I love that. I wish I didn't like, I have like many scenes that I like, but it's like at the same time, I'm like, I kind of don't want to take away from that because that was a good one. And because it's important to have emotional support systems in place and mental health is very important. And I love that when authors bring that full circle because we do have animals, you know, animals can be our support system. And I have, you know, we have friends and we have people. And so we are also here for people. So if anybody needs some support. And then I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, I showed you today. Yes. I showed her today because I saw this reel the other day and this guy was promoting somebody to be our Xaden. And I 100% agree. Like full on. I'm like, yes, please, like signature, like dot the I's because we need this man. So you guys, I guess maybe we could show him a regular picture, but you guys may know him as the Purple Wiggle. Okay. His name's John Pierce. And like our ring light is a pain in the ass, but please, Rebecca, like I am telling you right now, hashtag John Pierce, he needs to be our Xaden, like 100% out the door. Please like sign and dot those I's because I would die. Like he needs it. Like, I don't know who else needs to hear it. I don't know. Like everybody on this, like on our platform, anybody that we reach, please just like tag the crap out of Rebecca and John and be like, y'all need to collab and you need to be Xaden because
he does. He's got that like no bullshit face, you know, like he can do that and he can pull off the little smirk.
Yes.
Like,
and what's even great though is because he's not as well known as some people, you know, like too. So it makes it even better that we're getting some new fresh in and it makes it even
we maybe don't know.
No, we are.
But the kids do from Wiggles.
Excuse me? Aka, excuse me.
Oh, do you watch the Wiggles?
Maybe on my downtime. If that man is in my show, The Wiggles, wouldn't you want to watch him?
Yeah.
Dancing, singing.
That's why the Wiggles stay on after the kids have gone to bed.
That is why they put the freaking him on the Wiggles. Okay, let's be honest here. Wiggles were probably going downhill. Okay, and then they're like, we need someone hot and fresh so the moms can put this damn show on for our children.
I love him in the Wiggles though. Like I've seen little clippets of it. I've never
That's what I thought. Dirty Laundry just came out. Dirty Laundry just came out. This girl also watches.
I don't watch the Wiggles. I just seen clips of him in the Wiggles.
I just watch him wiggle.
So fun.
I just watch him wiggle and jiggle.
He's fun. The way he dances, like he's fun. Again,
hashtag he needs to be Xaden.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else you need to say to that one because it would please is all I'm asking.
He's got the look.
He has it. He has it all. He has the body. He has the look. He has whatever else you probably need in that movie. I'm sure. But I also think he would have the good character development because you could see like how he progresses. Like some of his pictures that he has on Instagram are a little more dramatic. And then you see his goofy side. So like that gives a little more character and I think he's amazing. Yeah. So do it, please. Also, read this book.
Fourth Wing.
This book right here. You must read.
Fourth Wing.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it. And if you do not find fantasy to be your realm of genres for some god reason, I don't know it. Disgusting, but that's fine. Whatever. Okay, really not judging you, but seriously. Rebecca Yarros has other books that are still in the realm of romance and heartfelt stories that you can add to your TBR and start reading today. One of the ones that I was actually going to be picking up just soon is called Wilder. And that's because I used the last name Wilder and it just kind of connected with me. I connected
meant to be.
It was meant to be. Meant to be because that's me. And so that's one that I will probably be picking up tonight actually because I have it on my Kindle.
Yes.
And then there's just There were so many.
There's so many of her books. Like, there's so many. I was actually really surprised to find when I looked up more of her books. I was like, oh wow, she's got like
she doesn't just write Fourth Wing, guys. Did you know that? Like, I know this one's super popular, but she has other ones, and she is an amazing author. Like, her writing is in the way that she articulates things that just brings stories to life, and so it's just an amazing, beautiful thing. So pick up a book from Rebecca and tag her, and then just let us know what you think.
Yeah. Let us know what you're reading.
Yeah. Comment down below. Comment down below.
Tell us what you're reading. We want to know.
Yes. And as we slowly come in closer together.
Sorry.
We are going to... Yeah. We are going to say... Goodbye for now. Wait, is there like a wiggle? Is there a wiggle closing that we can do? I was doing the Bear in the Blue House.
Something like
Bear
that.
in the Blue House, or that one. But.
Oh, that's funny that we thought of the same thing. But
great minds.
Like, we need that.
Do they have one? Don't wiggle, wiggle, it flows. Oh, that's not it. Can you imagine that being the song though? Don't jiggle, jiggle. It wiggles. It wiggles. It wiggles.
My money don't jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah, but it wiggles.
Oh, is it wiggle, wiggle?
No, it is jiggle, jiggle.
Xaden don't wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, give me that Xaden. Oh, seriously though. He needs to be Xaden.
Yeah.
Hashtag Wiggle needs to be getting his writer.
Yeah. Contact your agent.
Please. Like, somebody contact his agent and tell him that he needs to be. Thank you. I would love you, whoever does that. Because I'm not. I'll just sit here all day and just post it all over internet. But I don't know who to contact.
I don't either.
So I'm just
somebody does
tag the crap out of people. But until next time, we will be here next week. I don't know what we're doing.
It'll be a surprise.
Oh, it's a surprise. I like surprises.
What's next week's book?
I actually don't like surprises.
I keep forgetting. The camera's over here.
Yeah, it's on your side, not my side. But I'm looking this way. I'm looking at myself, but then if you look at the camera, I don't know. I can't tell. I can't because I'm not looking at myself. So I can't tell what I'm doing.
What am I doing?
Anyways, it's going to be a surprise next week because we have a few things rolling out. And once we have a certain amount of followers coming through, we are talking about a possible giveaway. Yep. So that's going to be exciting because why not give something away to you because you guys deserve it.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that.
Next week. Finger gun.
Oh, yes, you do. We already did that at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we got to, keep it going.
This is not aloha again, is it?
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour. Aloha. Well, I mean, you're still here, so you must like it a little bit. Maybe just a little.
Thanks for sticking around, even though I'm sick.
It's okay. She's a trooper.
I am. I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
Okay. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.